Hey ladies and gentlemen, what's up? It's Papa Bale. Welcome to the channel. So I've been working hard at this. For right now, I've got 4 transistors hooked up. I'm going to be working on a 5th one, and then we got a 6th one. So I like to call them assemblies because they're more than one coil. So we got 1, 2, 3. We got 4 hooked up right now. We got a full 120 circuit, and then we got this one of the next 120 hooked up, transistors and all. So here we go. It's just, shy of going for every strand. There's like, you have to put a whole package in each coil. Don't think I'm into that right now. After finding which ends, equal out there. Yeah, you can hear that. Not sure how fast it's going, but yeah, that's it right there, man. The transistor for each coil assembly is going to be dope when applying a load or doing anything like that. And you got this section right here for a load. And then you got one more coil space for like a different style coil, because these coils are not designed to generate electricity. They do a little bit, but very little bit. I mean, it's like very little bit. These coils are like 150 turns max. Like this assembly right here is 150 altogether. Now, there are 2 assemblies, this red one right here and that red one back there. I did 150 turns of 10 strands of a combination of 32 gauge and 34 gauge. I think that's going to work just fine. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. I don't want to fry everything before I get it finished. That's awesome. And all it took to get it going was a bridge rectifier, this coil right here. And since we're having separate generator coils, I just said, hell, we're going to give a spot for a trigger coil as well, considering our coils don't generate enough electricity to trigger. They do not. I just tried it with the thinnest wire and it's not happening. And that's okay with me. It's alright. I'm okay with that. And then, yeah, let's cut the power all together and we'll find out what those capacitors are all about. So right now, every coil assembly has 2 capacitors that are in a wraparound loop from like the end of the second coil to the beginning of the first coil. And these 2 coils are hooked together in a series circuit, like right on top of one another. There's lots of things you could do. I mean, you could go from here to there, to the big one, 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 to the little 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 one. But you got to realize that you really can't do that because the timing is going to be off and you're not going to be able to use a trigger coil. That's just my assumption, because it does take nanoseconds for this whole thing to complete. It's actually longer than it looks. And I can only imagine like having like, 6,000 pounds of copper in a coil, and how long that takes to, you know, get from one end to the other. Travels at the speed of light, but still, speed of light is speed, therefore it can be plugged into the equation. All right, so 4 volts, the transistors turn on. It starts off only hitting like every second one. Then it'll speed up, and then it'll start hitting more often, and then it'll hit every time. And when it's hitting every time, you're going mathematically by how much voltage you are, because you've accelerated. That's so cool. I'm enthralled by it. It's great. Setting up these transistors is like the best thing for this contraption. That's 6.5 at 2 amps. I'm just willing to bet that there's a lot more torque there than there was with just one transistor. I'll get tachometer readings and all that after I hook up the next 2. I just wanted to show that to you, that you can hear it. No, it's like right there. Awesome. That's awesome. 2.7 volts worth. So cool. All right. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Peace out. Have a good night. Please subscribe. Bye now.